Welcome to Openbooks. This is a gathering place for inspirational stories from outstanding figures around the world. We believe that the wise words of celebrities hold profound insights. Humans can achieve their best by helping others understand more. Intelligent individuals make decisions based on opportunity costs. Blind conformity brings you closer to the average. My success doesn't rely on intelligence, but on long-term dedication. Wealth isn't acquired by chasing quick profits, but by waiting. Great investments require significant delayed gratification. If I can't refute an opposing view better than the opposition, I don't deserve that viewpoint. In my life, every smart person I know has been consistently reading. Most life and career successes come from intentionally avoiding certain things, like early death or wrong marriages. Mastering already organized knowledge is a reliable learning method. I don't endorse the method of isolation and self-experimentation. Nobody is that smart. When finding a bargain, ask God, why me? Why am I the one who found this deal? If something seems to destroy your life, it's likely yourself. The victim mentality weakens you the most. 3 career rules. 1. Don't sell something you wouldn't buy. 2. Don't work for people you don't respect or appreciate. 3. Work only with people you like. Any wise pilot, no matter their talent or experience, uses a checklist. Stock selection is like gambling. Those who win big rarely bet, but when they do, they bet big. Learn profound lessons from others' tragic experiences rather than your own. Impulsive, irrational emotions must be controlled for investment success. I'm fortunate to have understood early on that to obtain something, the most reliable way is to deserve it. It's a simple rule, the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. As an investor, patience is essential, but you must also be proactive when opportunities arise. Consistent learning is necessary, otherwise, others will surpass you. Temperament alone won't work. You need long-lasting curiosity. Success requires a strong combination of calmness, patience, and the ability to seize opportunities when they come. If you can't persistently pursue learning, you'll be overtaken by others. Temperament and character need a prolonged, intense curiosity to work. We strive to earn money by remembering common sense rather than possessing cutting-edge knowledge. Acknowledging ignorance is the beginning of wisdom. Share more about your experiences of failure and boast less about your successes. It's good for you. These are my life lessons. If you constantly reflect and read, you won't need to work. A reasonably great business surpasses a highly priced ordinary one. You won't go far in life relying only on what you already know. Elevate your life with what you learn after leaving here. Work hard. Be honest, and if you persist, you'll almost get anything. I like people who can admit their foolishness. Positive acknowledgement of mistakes improves performance. It's a fantastic learning opportunity. The fundamental law of nature is, you reap what you sow. If you want ants, put sugar on the ground. Progress step by step. There's no need to run too fast. Every day, strive to become a bit smarter than when you woke up. Day by day, in the end, if you live long enough, you'll get what you deserve from life. To get what you want, you must deserve it. The world isn't crazy enough to reward undeserving people. The best way to find a good spouse is to be a good spouse. In deciding the future, history is the best teacher. In a $30 history book, there are answers worth billions. Having money but doing nothing requires character. I didn't reach the peak by pursuing mediocre opportunities. We are always learning, correcting, and sometimes overturning various ideas. Swiftly overturning your thoughts at the right moment is an essential quality. Force yourself to consider opposing viewpoints. Cultivate the habit of lifelong learning through voracious reading. Cultivate curiosity. Strive to become a bit smarter every day. The secret to success? One-word answer: rationality. I often see those who rise in life aren't the smartest or even the most diligent, but they are learning machines. They go to bed a bit smarter than when they woke up. This is helpful, especially when you have a long way to go. I firmly believe learning from the wisdom of predecessors is wise. I don't believe in isolation. Nobody is that smart. People calculate too much and think too little. Remember, integrity and fertility are your most valuable assets, which can be lost in an instant. Sleeping should make you smarter than waking up. Envy is a very foolish sin because it's the only sin that gains no pleasure from it forever. There are many pains but no joys. So why do you want to get on that train? If something is too hard, we turn to something else. Is there anything simpler than this? I just want to know where I will die, so I will never go there. When dealing with this tendency, remember the great algorithm. An idea or fact isn't more valuable just because it's easily obtained. The human brain is imperfect and has limited capacity, tending to use easily acquired information. This is the work on your office desk. Make good use of what you already have, and more will come in. We have 3 baskets, and it's challenging to move things in and out. Special insight is needed, or we'll end up putting it in the difficult basket. Collective stupidity, where humans tend to behave like asses in certain situations, explains many foolish thoughts and actions of smart people. Avoiding the psychology of pain and denying the need to acknowledge reality, even if one dislikes it, is a grave mistake. If you want to enhance your cognitive abilities, forgetting your mistakes is a terrible error. Reality won't remind you. Why not celebrate stupid behavior in these 2 categories? It shouldn't be easy. Those who find it easy are fools. Have your own job and enhance credibility. Act only when you have an advantage. It's fundamental. You must understand the odds and have discipline. Only bet when the odds are in your favor. Those who continue to learn will continually rise in life. Bankruptcy comes in 3 ways: wine, women, and leverage. Knowing what you don't know is more useful than brilliance. Live within your income and save, so you can invest in learning what you need. People like us stay consistently not stupid, rather than striving to be extremely smart. How much long-term advantage you gain is remarkable. Give a simple idea serious consideration. If you can truly excel at destroying your erroneous ideas, it's a great gift. Do your desk job well, and more people will come. When you mix raisins and feces, you'll still get feces. You don't need to be outstanding. Just be a bit smarter on average than others for a considerable time. Admitting what you don't know is the dawn of wisdom. If you keep learning, you have a massive advantage. Doing something and doing something never done before are 2 different things. Most mistakes in life result from forgetting what one truly should do. Time spent on learning and thinking far exceeds time spent on doing. This habit isn't accidental. One significant method to avoid trouble is to keep it simple. Opportunities are for prepared people. I didn't notice the boundaries of academic disciplines. I grabbed all the big ideas I could. I tried to rid myself of confident answers without any actual knowledge. Simplification has a way of improving performance. It allows us to better understand what we're doing. Avoid laziness and unreliability. Extreme resentment and self-pity are disastrous thought patterns. Self-pity is quite close to paranoia, and paranoia is one of the hardest things to reverse. Early on, we recognize that smart people can do very foolish things. We want to know who they are so we can avoid those things. All wise investments are value investments, where what you receive is more than what you put in. Many highly intelligent people are terrible investors because they have bad temperaments. The world's most famous composer, often a miserable man, overextended himself financially most of the time. That was Mozart. If Mozart couldn't endure this foolish lifestyle, I don't think you should try. Force yourself to consider opposing viewpoints, especially when they challenge your favorite ideas. Our game is recognizing threats and an infrequent emergence of big ideas. Our civilization's 99% of troubles come from being overly optimistic, so we should have a system to make accounting more conservative. We try to operate in a seamless network of deserved trust and cautiously treat our trusted sources. Assume life will be very difficult, then ask yourself if you can handle it. If the answer is yes, you win. Liking something doesn't mean the world will give it to you. I mean, passion is more important than intellect. Is there such a thing as an optimistic pessimist? That's what I am. Stick to the high road. It's much less crowded. You need patience, discipline, and agility to withstand losses and adversity without going crazy. You can't live a prosperous life without making mistakes. Inversion always inverts. Turning a situation or problem upside down and looking at it backward. The worldly wisdom consists of a grid structure as a set of mental models to help solve key business problems. Good businesses are ethical businesses. Relying on a deceitful business model is destined to fail. If you want to live long, you must keep learning continually. What you previously knew is far from enough. Therefore, if you don't learn to constantly correct your previous conclusions and arrive at better ones, you're like someone in a kicking contest with tied legs. Wall Street has too much wealth and political power. It's like a massacre of the innocent. This makes Las Vegas casino bosses look like good people. Where there are large commissions, there's likely to be a slaughter of clients. Some people are particularly adept at understanding their limits of knowledge because they must do so. Part of what you need to learn is how to handle mistakes and change the odds. Life, to some extent, is like a poker game. You must learn when to play your strong hand and when to fold. Of course, life will throw terrible blows, unfair blows, but that doesn't matter. Some people recover, while others do not. Confucius said true knowledge is knowing the extent of one's ignorance. Aristotle and Socrates echoed similar sentiments. Is it a skill that can be taught or learned? Perhaps, if there is enough interest in the outcome. The acquisition of wisdom is a moral responsibility. It's not just something you do to progress in life. Based on what you already know, you won't go far in life. You must elevate your life through what you learn after leaving here. People tend to think that today's politicians are much worse than those in the past, but we often forget how terrifying our politicians were in the past. Most people are too impatient. They worry too much. Success means having a lot of patience, but being proactive when the time is right. You don't need the capabilities required by quantum mechanics. You just need to know some simple things and truly understand them. Don't fall into self-pity because it solves nothing. I believe even when you dislike it, you should acknowledge reality, especially when you dislike it. To achieve one's goals, a person must consistently spend less than they earn. Getting rich is like rolling a snowball down a long hill. Starting early and putting effort into rolling the snowball for a long time is helpful. This aids in living longer. The first rule of compounding is never unnecessarily interrupting it. To a person with a hammer, everything looks like a nail. If you want to become smart, keep asking why. Why? Why? You don't need a large amount of action. You need a large amount of patience. You must adhere to principles and seize opportunities when they arise. Think in reverse. Always think in reverse. For us, investing is like betting on horses. We're looking for a horse with a half chance of winning and odds of 3:1. You're looking for mispriced odds in the game. You must have enough knowledge to know if the odds in the game are mispriced. That's value investing. Thank you all for tuning in today. We hope this channel becomes your daily source of inspiration, empowering you to achieve greater success in both business and life. We look forward to walking through the stories of each celebrity with you, sharing the joy of growth together.